Hi everyone, it's Anamika here from Tank Storage Magazine and Stock Expo. I'm here with Darren Hughes, the International Business Development Manager for Concrete Canvas, and we are celebrating Stock Expo and Tank Storage Magazine turning 20. And Concrete Canvas has been supporting us for over 10 years now, so big supporters. Thank you very much, Darren, for joining us. How would you say the tank storage industry has changed over the last 20 years?
Certainly we've seen changes with the legislation. Certainly from when you look at the product and the application that we provide, so for secondary containment bund lining, we've started to see that change. It's not been as fast as we would have thought. The PGS 29 legislation came out probably several years ago now, and we're starting to see some of the operators upgrading their bund linings and looking at the legislation and what needs to be done. But I think it was always going to be a kind of slower process. So I think that's the big change for us. Obviously there are big changes in terms of energy transition, but certainly I think there's still a lot of work to be done in terms of more traditional fuels and making those more secure and safer and more environmentally friendly. So yeah, that's it from our side.
Yeah, big changes over the last 10, 20 years now, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So Darren, what have you gained from attending Stock Expo over the last 10 years or so?
Yeah, well, I think fundamentally, in a nutshell, we've gained a whole market sector. We have a construction product, concrete on a roll, concrete canvas. And we started off in, as you might expect, in civil markets, so looking at more sort of heavy side construction projects. And what this gave us was really from nothing and into petrochemicals, into the oil and gas and tank storage sector. And from that, we even got business in midstream and upstream markets in this sector as well. So really it has been revolutionary for us as a business. Within 2 to 3 years of attending Stock Expo, the petrochemical market was around a third of our turnover in terms of a company, and we've managed to maintain that now over the past 10 years and grown it every year. So it still maintains a third, even though our turnover tends to be double-digit growth every year. Yeah. So it's quite amazing how we've got that from nothing really. No connections. It's all connections that we forged from attending the Stock Expo events.
No, that is amazing. Wow. So Darren, you mentioned to me earlier about a new project that hopefully we might see in 2025. Can you tell us a bit more about the product?
Yeah, so it's an evolution of the current concrete canvas technology. So a similar concept, concrete on a roll. In this case, it kind of transitions away from typical erosion protection into more of a containment application. So it's specifically designed for secondary containment bund lining and also then for lagoon lining. So anything that you're concerned about, any liquids penetrating through the material. So it's, if you think about as we talked earlier about the environmental regulations, it's in line with that. It gives you a geomembrane quality material with a concrete cover, all delivered in one solution. So it's got a couple of market sectors that it could be big. We're also looking at water scarce areas. Okay. So a lot of our business now is moving to Uzbekistan, India, Pakistan, Egypt. So areas in the future that are going to struggle with maintaining their water and growing enough food, in essence, in agriculture. But that's just one arm of it. There's also a big part of this new product that'll be very relevant to the tank storage arena, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Amazing. Well, I can't wait to see it. And I'm sure that everyone watching can't wait to come to Stock Expo on the 11th and 12th of March in Rotterdam. So we look forward to seeing you there, Darren.
Yeah, thank you. We look forward to launching it with Stock Expo's help and the magazine and having some features on that as well. So fingers crossed we'll be there on time and we'll be able to talk about it with everybody at the show in Rotterdam.
Amazing. Great. So Darren, what has been your most memorable moment from Stock Expo over the years?
Oh, I guess so. Over 10 years, there's quite a few to choose from. I think the one that I always talk about, it's a great story. We were in the Stock Expo event, Tank Storage Asia in Singapore, and it was one of the first kind of forays we'd done there. We didn't have a lot of business in that market sector in Asia, and I was on the stand personally, and an engineer came on I realized he was from Shell, locally from Buckham Island, and he started asking questions. Once he understood the material technology and what it could do for their business, he was on his phone calling all his colleagues, and the next thing, it was almost over the next hour, we kind of had a feed-in frenzy of Shell engineers just constantly bombarding me with questions about the product, about what it could be used for, can we do bund lining, can we put it under pipe tracks? And it's an amazing end to the story, because after that all finished, the following year they invited us onto the island to give a presentation to them personally, just before the Stock Expo event started again. And then kind of after that, then we've worked with them now on a number of projects in the region, and not just there, but also in their facilities in Brunei as well. So yeah, it's an amazing story, but something that I remember in my head just thinking, this is crazy, all these questions just constantly bombarded from either side. So yeah, a great experience.
Yeah, definitely. And I think for us at Stock Expo, it's all about forging those connections, those lasting partnerships, and also sharing knowledge. It sounds like that's exactly what you did.
Yeah, exactly. It seems simple when you say it, but so many people, I think, don't kind of see that benefit in trade shows. And if you have a good product and you do things in the right way, you can make those connections, and it all works. It does what it says on the box, I guess. It's perfect.
Amazing, thank you. So Darren, can you just tell us a little bit more about the Preem deal that you signed at Stock Expo?
Yeah, so we were fortunate enough at the last Stock Expo and then prior to that to be introduced to some customers from Preem, one of the operators in Sweden, and they liked our technology. And we've been speaking to them then for a couple of years, and we were fortunate enough to work with them on a project, coincidentally, after the last Stock Expo event. So it was very well timed. They came to see us, and a very unique situation where they said, we've got an order for you. And we like your technology, we'd worked with you before, and we've got a new project. So we actually got an order from the last Stock Expo we went to. So quite a unique situation to have that, yeah.
Oh, amazing. That's exactly the kind of business deals that we like to see happening on site at the show, right?
Yeah, quite unique. I've been to shows in many different industries through my career, and you'd always kind of talk to people about how good the show was. And I think in all my years' experience, I've never had a purchase order from the actual show itself. So probably a first for me.
Amazing. Well, hopefully you'll be having many more like that at Stock Expo 2025.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Yeah, we will do.
With Stock Expo obviously turning 20 and Concrete Canvas having supported us for over 10 years now, I mean, what are you looking forward to about the future of Stock Expo, or what do you hope to see in the next 10, 20 years?
Yeah, I think it's great to see the show always keep up to date with trends and the markets. So I'm looking forward to more of the same. I think the awards were a great innovation that we supported in the early days. The platforms to launch new products is always great. We've got a new product coming out hopefully in 2025 that we'll be able to share at the next Stock Expo. I think for us, we're kind of we have quite a large global footprint, so we're in nearly 100 countries. So for us, it's looking at how we can take the success that we've had from working with the team at Stock Expo into other markets. And the big one for us, we launched a US business, so a subsidiary business in the US 2 years ago, and I feel that market is kind of underrepresented in terms of the trade shows. We have trade bodies there, but not really the type of show. When we talk about that with my US colleagues, they almost say, well, there's nothing like this in the US market. So I think there's a big gap there that could really help us out, and hopefully again be another successful event that could be added to the portfolio for Easy Fairs. So yeah.
Well, I'll definitely take that to the top.
Yeah, I think so. In all seriousness, I think that's I guess that's one of the good things, and why it's good. And one of the great things I think with Easy Fairs and the Stock Expo team is that they do listen to their exhibitors 100%. And listen to the market. And I think that's the great thing as well with the tie-up with the magazine, is that you have all the bases covered. So you get all the information. Yeah. So yeah, I look forward to that in the future.
Yeah, we do try.
yeah, no, doing a good job.
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much.